All right, I'll tell you what it is. You are in a video game. And you set this up ahead of time. Because you are consciousness. That's all you are. Consciousness is infinite intelligence. It is what we refer to as God or the universe. But just look at that word, universe. You. Guys, take a second and read this with me. Universe originates from the Latin word universum, which means all things as a whole or converted into one. It breaks down into uni, one, plus verse, turned/rotated, literally translating to turned into one. We are all one. Don't you see this? You. Everything. We are in a video game. We jumped into the game and forgot we were in the game. That's the whole point of it. The whole first part of your life in the video game is believing that it's real. Believing that you are so limited by all of the trauma in your life, by everything that's been passed down to you, by your parents and your relatives, and based on your race and ethnicity and your class, and if you're rich or you're poor or where you grew up, like everything in the game, like you picked all of this ahead of time. You're like, this is what my body is going to look like, and this is like what my family's going to be, and where I'm going to live, and what color my skin is going to be. Like you picked everything for this game, okay? And then you decided to jump in the game and forget that you created it all. But like everything in the game is consciousness. What you are made of, like everything in the game is made of it. So like everything is you pushed out. So when you wake up and realize, oh shit, I'm in a video game and I'm actually like in control. This is how you take control of your video game. Okay? You have to link up with the part of you that's outside of the game, okay? That is the real you. That's what I talk about when I'm like, be you, my new business. Like the whole point of be you is to get you linked with your player up here. Because once you're linked with who you really are, your essence, your vibe, you follow your body, what you want to do every day, like you create, like you link up with that unlimited version of you. And that unlimited version like has a total plan for your life. Like this is all planned out. You planned it ahead of time. Okay? But now all along, the system has been trying to give you hints to like, come on, like I'm giving you opportunities to come out of this, but you're not coming out, okay? These opportunities are through your feelings, okay? That's part of this system. Your body is like your alarm system. So if you have disease, dis-ease, in your body, you're not linked up with your guy. Okay, guys, read this with me real quick. The word disease breaks down into dis, prefix meaning lack of, not or away, and ease meaning comfort, relief. Okay, like that is your system being like, dude, we gotta feel our feelings. You're not processing, you're projecting. Feelings are the key. Feelings are literally the key. So what does that mean? It means when you feel sad, you fucking cry. Okay? You let it come out. You notice the thoughts and stories, but you know that none of that is real. Why is none of that real? Because you're in a video game. Okay? Like, yes, you love your family. You love the people. You love everything in this game because you fucking made it and it's you. Okay? You do love those people, but it's a detached love. Okay? You can't attach to anything in the game. Do you understand this? If you're attached to something in the game and you need that thing to survive, then you're not hooked up to your guy. Because when you're hooked up to your guy, all you need is your guy. And if all you need is your guy, then you can actually have all the shit in the game. You can have it all because you don't need it. Like, think of a magnet. Okay, the magnet can only stick the one way. Like, if you put it the other way, it'll literally reject each other. You know what I'm talking about with the magnet. Okay? So, it's the opposites attract thing, right? Like, if you need all this stuff outside of you to be happy, to be content, to enjoy life, then you're not linked up with your guy and you're going to keep seeking those things outside of yourself. But see, when you're hooked up to your guy just tells you what to do, and your guy will tell you in different ways. A lot of it is through like what's happening outside of you. Everything outside of you is a mirror. If you read The Four Agreements by Don Miguel, I think, something like that. If you read The Four Agreements, it will explain all this to you, okay? It's going to explain that everything outside of you is just a mirror. It's just there to show you stuff. So let me tell you this, like, I did in-home daycare for 15 years. I ran on a teacher's schedule the past like 5-ish years. And this past school year with my daycare has been the absolute most challenging. There's probably only one other school year that could have like maybe come close to this in like behaviors and outside things to trigger me. But this past school year, oh my God, like there were like absolutely crazy, like biting things going on at my daycare, like excessive biting and major potty training issues. And kids were like flipping furniture in my toy room and throwing their food on the floor at meals. Like the things that I was seeing in my 3D this past school year were insane, okay? But that was my training ground for where I'm at today. What I mean by training ground is that those things were happening in my 3D, and if I wasn't careful, they would give me a bunch of stories that would take me into the lower part of my brain where I would respond unconsciously. So when you're in those lower centers, you're in victim mode. things outside of you affect you. So you take it personally. Again, the 4 agreements is going to help you to not take things personally. So you need to view what's outside of you as neutral, but that's difficult when these things are really energetically charged, okay? So when something happens, when the couch flips, whatever, what you do is you pause. Notice the thoughts. Remind yourself, that's a story. That's from my past. That's not what's happening right now. Accept what's happening. Better yet, appreciate what's happening. This is literally your guy dropping a challenge. Like if you can see it, you have to see it differently, okay? You have to stop seeing these negative things in your life as a negative thing. How do you know it's negative? How do you know it's not launching you into the next part of your life that you've been waiting for, but you have to let this old part fall away? So something happens, you're triggered. Now you're going to pause. You're going to notice the thoughts. Then you're going to take some deep breaths. You're going to feel the energy in your body while you take deep breaths. You're going to tell yourself, I'm safe. Keep breathing. I can handle this. Okay? And this is how you move through it. And you know what? If you notice something happening and you do react unconsciously, it's okay. Breathe. Forgive yourself. Look at yourself differently. Look at you as like, oh, shoot, that was me running the program. I'm going to forgive myself for running the program. And next time, I'm going to work on moving up to the higher center of my brain. Okay? So this is like a game that you're playing with yourself. Everything outside of you is information. It's like, here, do this challenge. And if you mess up, it's okay. I'll give you the same challenge again. Once you complete the challenge, we're going to the next level. Now I'm going to give you a harder challenge. So that's what was happening in daycare. It just kept leveling up all year. But you know what? By the end of the year, I had a little boy that dumped, or he didn't dump. He dug in one of the plants on my windowsill. My windowsill is at the kid's height. They love playing in the windowsill. No one's ever touched the plants, but this day, the little boy got into the plant. The dirt was all over the windowsill, all over his shirt, all over the floor, all over toys. It was everywhere, okay? And in the past, that would have sent me through the roof. I would have been so pissed. That kid ruined my day. Now I got all this work to do, but you know what? That's not how I chose to view it this time. This time I looked at the little guy. I was like, oh, buddy, we got to go wash you off. You got dirt on yourself. And I made it fun. Because who cares? This was a gift from my intuition to say, from my guy, to say like, hey, here's something tough. Can you handle it? It's building my nervous system. I took that little guy in the bathroom. We got his sweatshirt off. We washed his hands. I took him back in the toy room. I told all the kids really calmly, hey, I got to clean up some dirt. You guys stay in this area. I got the vacuum. I cleaned up the dirt and we went about the day. I did not let that kid in the window make me mad that then I projected back on the child, maybe being mean or yelling, what did you do? You know, I didn't project any of that. I just took the emotion in and processed it. That's what we're supposed to do. Because today I am linked with my guy. Okay? Like, I am so solid with my body, with my intuition. My intuition is what I usually call my guy, okay? So I refer to it as intuition. Sometimes I'll say God, sometimes I'll say universe, but like all of it just means I'm linked to my guy. Okay? So you feel your feelings, you stay present in every moment. The past doesn't actually exist and the future doesn't exist either. Like, you don't really have to have a job. You don't really have to, like, do the things that you think you have to do. It's just that that's how you were programmed, okay? Like, you're in a video game, so like a video game is programmed by a programmer, right? And so, like, you can't just be like, "Oh no, I'm going to quit my job," because your nervous system would go insane, okay? Cuz you would not feel safe in your body. You can't just do that, okay? Like, it's all rooted in your belief system, okay? But the thing is like, your belief system that's been logged in your subconscious mind, in your brain, all of that can be rewired. It's called neuroplasticity. Okay, guys, pause for a minute and read this with me. Neuroplasticity is the brain's lifelong ability to reorganize its structure, functions, and connections in response to learning, experience, or injury. It operates by strengthening active neural pathways and weakening unused ones. So there you have it. You can weaken those old programs and write new ones. It can all be changed. And you can do it, okay? Like, you can reprogram all of this. And that is what I have done. I have literally reprogrammed all of my brain, and I am linked with my guy. So all I have to do is follow my guy, and everything will fall into place. I don't have to be scared. I don't, like, because I have been willing to feel all of those feelings. When you are able to sit with any feeling, so give example, a child bites another child for like the 7th time, and the chatter that would go on about, like, "Oh, this kid is like keeps biting, is so terrible, blah blah blah, blah," the incessant chatter. For me, all that's gone. I don't even hear it anymore. But, like, this has been 5 years coming, okay? 5 years of, like, regularly sitting with myself in meditation, like, noticing thoughts and becoming okay in my body and feeling all of my feelings. So, like, that bite happens, and what happens for me, there's nothing up here. It's all energy in my body. And it's like, I'll look at my Fitbit and my heart rate will be over 100 and sometimes it would last hours of just alchemizing energy in my body. But what I'm able to do when I'm at that level in my nervous system is I'm able to just feel those feelings and move into the conscious part of my mind, which is the prefrontal cortex. And that is where you can make conscious decisions and access your guy. When you are in that part of your brain, you can access your guy. Okay? But when you are not in that part of your brain, you are running programs. It's not you. It's you telling a story in your head. This happened in my past. I'm a victim, da, da, da. And then what you do is you are in pain. You are having feelings and you don't want to feel them. So what do? You throw them at other people. And you say mean things. And you put things on social media that you don't actually mean, and you delete them later, and you, like, you throw all these feelings at other people to hurt them. Because you hurt and you don't want to hurt, so you throw it somewhere else. But I'm not throwing my hurt anymore. So I just let it course through my body. And sometimes it's the energy. I mean, sometimes it's crying. Sometimes it's screaming. Sometimes it's like punching pillows. Sometimes it's like rage journaling all of the horrible thoughts that are coming through my mind that I want to push away, but all they want is to be noticed and released. It doesn't make you a bad person to have the thoughts. Put them on paper and let them go. Stop pushing them away. We as a society have to stop pushing our shit away. It's all our shit. We jumped into this video game, and people outside of us are giving us the hints that we need to solve what's going on in here. You have to take what's outside of you as information for inside, so you can link up with your guy and start having fun in this game. I can help you do this. Go to my website, beyoudailytools.com. Check out my products. Watch some of my other videos on here. I'm going to be posting a lot more. I can help you. But only do this if this resonates, okay? Because this isn't about being like me or doing exactly what I did, because your journey is yours. You created this for you, and you're on a different journey than me, okay? And I can mirror things for you, and I can help you, and I can support you, but you have to do this, and you have to figure out what's right for you. So if this is feeling like a feeling in your body that this is right for you, go to my website. If this doesn't feel right, then scroll away. It's not meant for you. Each of us is on our own journey, okay? And I hope I can help you hook up with your guy.